Hello people, right, I had a question this morning about a particular setup and why it didn't seem to work out properly. Now, you'll probably know who you are. I don't like naming people really, there's no point, so unless you explicitly don't mind. But 0245 was your vertical line on your charts, and you are the only person this morning that's asked me a question and sent some really nice looking charts as well, from the daily down to the M15 with the exact same template as I've got on mine, which is important because it saves a lot of time. So if you're going to ask questions, send me charts please, and then also try and make them look as close to mine as you possibly can, so we don't get any confusion. So you mentioned entering a trade based on the 15-minute RSI histo here around this time, and I've got a few lines on here because this is take 2 of it, but hopefully they'll make sense. Basically, you've got a line. This is the high prior to your reversal here. This is the penultimate. This is the H1 reversal. This all happened on Friday. Then we've got the green. It gapped down, so the gap was closed, which we talk about all the time, and gap traders can trade these, and it's a very specialized trading method and works for a lot of people. Not what I do, but if I see a gap and it all ties up with my strategy and RSI and so on and so forth, I'll take it. But what I think is important here is the time of day. You entered late, or the trade possibility, I'm not saying you entered the trade, but the example you gave me was late. Remember guys, we're trading the swing trends, so you always want to be trading as near to, when I say swings on the lower time frame. So this is an M15 stroke M5 trend, swing trend. So you should only have a couple of M15 or M5 candles, or a handful of M5 candles in your pullback, and then you should consider, you should be entering. So the entry should have been way before. Anyway, also important to mention is we are trading 3 candle reversals, not RSI histo break and closes. You must take the lead from the 3 candle reversal before you consider the RSI histos. The other thing to mention, so we've ascertained this was too late. Also, it was straight into a support level, this green candle here, that had caused the price to bounce. You could have expected a continuation, but you could also quite happily, in my opinion, expect a reversal because of the time of day. It was quite late into the Asian Open. I haven't got a clue what time the actual Asian Open is, and I suppose this is only 45 minutes past midnight, but as I don't trade the Asian, I haven't got a clue. I do know, however, that you have to wait till about midnight before the spreads settle down, so I'm certainly not going to be staying up specially. But the important thing is you should have been trading nearer to that candle, much the same as in this instance. I did take a short on this because you've got a that's the penultimate high, that's the ultimate high. It was an engulfing and outside bar to break the H1 low of this candle here, because that's the uptrend, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. I know it wasn't a higher low, but we talk about this multiple times in the videos. For the argument's sake, we've got 2 highs, 2 higher highs that fail to make a new higher high, and then it's broken and closed below. Then we've had potentially a couple of 5 or 15-minute pullback candles, then it's given way. We've got a clearer, the whole thing looks different. We've got sideways motion, close down, pullback, continuation. Here we needed to enter basically straight away on the pullback there, much the same as we got an entry in this candle here. So I know you couldn't in this instance, because obviously it was a gap down and a break of the day, but regardless, there's a big difference between the two setups. There's an hour, you know, if you considered entering here, you've got 2 hours between your potential entry, as opposed to a few candles, a few 15-minute candles or whatever. So always try to enter as near to the H1 reversal as you can. Use an M30 to attack an H1 low, as I explained at the start. Here's an example here. It's not shallow, but you can see what's happened. The price it's broken not only the reversal low, but 2 lows to the left hand side as well. And look where the price came back to. We talk about this almost every video. Price breaks a level, like this here, and then pulls back and tests it. There it is there. So lots of things going on here that weren't correct. And always, reminder now, 2 tweets I put up over the weekend, I think. One was, I always trade M30 and H1 reversals because they're 5-minute trends. And I always choose A++, wait for AAA plus trades. This was far from a AAA plus. This was probably an A+, not a AAA plus. But it was the right time of day to consider it. They'd done, and you can see the spikes here as well. I mean, that's incidental. But once you get to know price action, you can see they've pushed it up, pulled it down, pushed it up, pulled it down, pushed it up, pulled it down. Gathering in the long traders, taking out the stops that the short traders may have put up here to protect themselves, and then got taken out and the price crashed. Okay, hopefully that answers your question, mysterious follower. But if it doesn't, please throw up a few more too. And thank you for watching. So, and also remember, the RSI histo follows, use that for entering after the rest of this stuff. But oddly enough, look what happened. And you often get this when you get a confirmation candle. The RSI histo will break the lows of bars in a short trade and close below them on the confirmation candle. That's a good sign as well. Here we haven't got the bust and pullback, but we did get the break through the 20. But again, as I say, if you'd have been able to get into a trade there, you would have got a perfectly good trade. If I'd considered entering here, it's too late. Even though the RSI is looking good, you can see what's happening. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day. I hope that helps. Any questions, please ask. If you watch my videos, please subscribe. And if you like them, please.